But Chris, this is exactly what you've been walking us through. The challenges out there, some of the things that we've anticipated are starting to happen at a more rapid rate.
And it's all with this wave that's moving through right now. And as that goes into northeast Georgia, into that cold, shallow layer of air, which is still the wedge that's holding on there, we're still getting some sleet and freezing rain there. Our temperature in Atlanta is above freezing. We're at about 36 degrees right now, and we expect to stay above freezing until around midnight or after. So what this is doing for us, any ice that we had in the trees here in Atlanta, not only the temperatures above freezing, but even this rain coming in is helping to hopefully get rid of whatever ice we have in the trees and improve the conditions. But as you go up to the north and east of us, we still have that cold air that is at the surface, and this rain is falling through that in the form of some sleet there and even some freezing rain. I'm checking temperatures there in northeast Georgia. They're still below freezing. And so what happens with this wedge, as this rain is moving in, we have actually seen some big jumps in Atlanta going from 33 to 36 degrees. I know that's only 3 degrees, but that's a big jump when you're talking about freezing or not freezing. But in northeast Georgia, those big jumps haven't happened yet, but this rain should, and the wind direction shift should help to scour out this wedge. But while it is still there, these areas are still seeing more of that freezing rain that's going to be adding up onto those power lines. There's the rain here in Atlanta, more of that rain out to the west of us. The back edge of the rain is pretty much along and just to the east of Interstate 59 back into Alabama. We're actually seeing the rain ending already in parts of northwest Georgia. So the back edge of this rain is going to keep moving through here. And I really think that by the time we get to 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, this rain is going to be exiting our area. Then we're going to have a few hours, multiple hours, to hopefully dry up a little bit with the wind kicking up. But whatever does not dry tonight is going to start freezing again after midnight when we see our temperatures move down to the freezing mark, and then it's going to be 25 in the morning. So whatever does not dry out tonight will turn into ice again and tomorrow morning too. And I know Danielle's been keeping you up with this, but it's ironic that we have freezing temperatures in northeast Georgia, tornado watches, tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings down in southwest Georgia. So crazy weather going on right now. Now, Danielle has been keeping a close eye on not only our surface temperatures, but the road temperatures and the impacts that that's having out there on the roads here in Metro Atlanta and northeast Georgia. And there's a big difference depending on where you are.
Exactly, Chris. I have been also looking for different things on social media, like Cody. Here is one thing that people keep asking. What's the roads like? So let's give you a little bit of a difference. I'm going to go back just a little bit here. This is around Metro Atlanta, the 285 perimeter, all green. You can see there were a few flooding reports earlier from that heavy rain band that came in, but then you can see the difference. It was all green, but now as you take a look into really Gainesville and to Gwinnett, you can see that yellow and orange. That is at the I-85 and 985 split, and you can see exactly where it starts to get a little bit bad there on those roadways, even into Athens as well, those yellows and those oranges. And it's because the roads are significantly different in between Atlanta and going into northeast Georgia. This camera is in from Hall County. You can see at 985, I mean, that is just treacherous. You can barely see the roadways. Yes, they treated it, but when you're dealing with ice, that brine, it deals a little bit differently. This is looking to Metro Atlanta, 7585 at 14th Street. It is nice and wet out there, but just regular rain. We're going to get a little bit of a break from that rain, and that's going to give us a chance to have some of those roads dry out, but we need them to be all dry so that you're not dealing with a black ice mess for tomorrow morning. Also, as we take a look into Habersham County, this road definitely treated. You can see there has been a lot of cars trying to travel through, but it's definitely making some really big impacts. That second round of sleet and freezing rain that came through again. And even in Forsyth County, we're starting to see some of that clearing as well. Here at home, here's a look into Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. You can see the air traffic control tower there. Finally, we're starting to see some of that fog kind of dissipating just a little bit, but I can't say that that fog threat is over. We're not going to be looking at dense fog. However, there is a chance now overnight tonight and into your Monday morning, we could be seeing some patchy fog. And honestly, Chris, this fog forecast is starting to get a little bit worse as we go throughout the next few hours because of that wedge. I feel like every time we get stuck in that wedge, we start to have troubles with our visibility. And it looks like that could be happening again for your Sunday evening and even going into Monday morning, maybe those early overnight hours. So you're talking about freezing temperatures, maybe be black ice, and then another addition, some trouble with your visibility there too.
And hopefully that wind picking up, of course we don't want wind to cause any more tree damage, but the wind might help disperse some of that fog just a little bit. It might help with some of those visibilities. Here's a look at the temperatures though. We've been talking about the wedge on and on and on. And this is an example of what it is. You see the blue color that's covering us all up here. That's the cold air that we have. And that's what this wave of rain is trying to overtake. Is it going to be successful? Well, it is getting warmer here in Atlanta, where it's 36 here. We've got 48 in LaGrange, 42 in Carrollton, 44 in Rome. But then look at Canton, 32, Gainesville, 32, Athens is 30. So it was in the 20s earlier in Gainesville and in Athens, but now with that rain moving in, it is starting to creep those temperatures up a little bit. So 32 right now in Gainesville and Canton, at least that's to the freezing mark. Hopefully these temperatures will keep moving up to maybe 33 or 34 to help kind of curtail that buildup of ice there in parts of northeast Georgia. So here's the timeline. We've been updating this as we're kind of going through it right now. So now until 6 o'clock, still freezing rain continuing there in northeast Georgia as we try to see those warmer temperatures coming in from the south and west with the rain and some of those thunder showers around to the south. Roads are staying slick in parts of northeast Georgia. Then tonight, we're seeing the rain ending around 6 o'clock tonight, 6 or 7 here in the metro area. We'll have a few hours, numerous hours to dry out as those temperatures fall and the wind kicks up, and the winds will help to dry things up, but it's also going to enhance some of the power outages. Any leftover moisture is going to be refreezing here by tomorrow morning. When we go down into the 20s, the power outage threat is going to continue. So we have to watch for icy roads and patchy slick spots. The icy roads will mainly be northeast Georgia, but in metro Atlanta, we're going to have some patchy slick spots that are going to be here. So we're not finished with this system quite yet. We still have a ways to go.